This year began with a dream fulfilled. I grew up in the shadow of mountains, gazing upon them, my heart tugging in their direction, the spear of a compass quivering ever towards north. My ancestors are forest people, and my blood is evergreen. This year began with a deep sigh of coming closer to home. As far back as memory takes me, I have felt just as much an animal as I have woman, though I know the two are not distinct. I have known that I am made of thorny pine and raven chant, of feral and forsaken things. I am made for the lonely places, a permanent vestige of loam upon my feet. And as far back as memory takes me, I have dreamt of entering the woods, not as a visitor, but an indweller. This year, at last, I arrived. This, my first story here, is but a vignette of our first seasons in our magical new home in the forest. Through winter and spring, summer and autumn, each one possessed with a different spirit, countless offerings of wonder and lessons were given. This was a year of acquaintance and discovery, of getting to know the trees and rocks, the storms and their utter unpredictability, our more than human winged and cloven-hooved and amber-eyed neighbors. It was a year of humility and childlike inexperience, and it's one I never wish to forget. Upon our arrival, the snow kept secrets of what life would grow in its absence. And though winter here often steps on the toes of spring, a new season was patiently waiting. Morning. Good morning. What do you mean? You stuck? It was at the beginning of the year, in the heart of winter. My beloved Matthew, our wolf child Baron, and I moved from a small city to a beautiful little cabin in the mountains. The story sounds like one we've all heard 1,000 times over, and to be completely honest with you, it has caused me a great deal of anguish over whether I should take up this medium, whether I should even be here. What could I possibly add that hasn't been said or seen? What value could I possibly provide that couldn't be found elsewhere and delivered with greater skill and better equipment, or else given by someone who possesses a bit more charm and confidence than I? But as I've been rereading one of the books that changed my life, and quite possibly saved me a few times, I'm intensely reminded that each of us has a path, a destiny or weird, if you will, and no one else can do whatever it is we will do the way we will do it. Each of us were given eyes to see in a way in which only we can, with irises no two the same. And no one can voice what they have seen in the unique resonance that rises up from your depths. No one's touch will feel quite like yours when you run your fingertips along their skin with the inimitable labyrinths etched upon your hands. No one else's life has been the same gathering of experiences, relationships, and feelings, creating the rare and resplendent alchemy that has gone into the inception and eventuality of you. As Dr. Viktor Frankl wrote in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, it did not really matter what we expected from life, but what life expected from us. Each of us has a signature to imprint upon the endless tale of all that is. This and my future videos are only but a small window into my own search for meaning and purpose, through connection to nature and spirit, through the abundance of love that binds my little family, and through reflection and creating art, and through you, the one viewing my story, because no story is born in isolation. It is the end of autumn now, and we have almost come back full circle to my favorite time and old friend winter. The trees have shaken free their leaves, and the chipmunks and ground squirrels have already gone below the earth and entered into their dreaming time. And I am anxiously awaiting the forest to once again be adorned in snow and ice. Okay. I don't know how anyone does this. How anyone talks to a camera and can sound so natural and comfortable. I've never done anything like this before, and in fact I have quite a bit of camera anxiety, as anyone who knows me could probably attest. Sitting down in front of one and actually speaking to it is quite unnerving for me, in case you can't tell. First of all, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sarah, and I live in the forest now, in the mountains, with my beloved dog Baron, who is an Alaskan Malamute named after a Tolkien character, and my beautiful partner Matthew. And this is our little family who has changed my life immensely. At the beginning of this year, we made one of our dreams come true and moved away from the city into the presence of nature. Though this is certainly a dream come true, in no way does it seem like an endpoint. In fact, it feels very much like a beginning, which is why I thought this would be a good time to start making these videos, which is something I've wanted to do for a few years now. But my environment never felt like a reflection of the world I wanted to create and my inner world. I am also an artist, and I hope to invite you into that part of my world, which is inseparable from everything else in my life. And I would love to share my process, my thoughts on that. For me, nature is my first love and my greatest muse, and those two go hand in hand for me. So this will very much be centered around themes of nature. So thank you so much for watching this video. It has been a very hard journey for me. It's been very fun, but full of frustrations and self-doubt. And I hope only to get better, and that you might join me in future videos. And until then, be well and